Hey, Michael, who are you? What do you do? And what's your problem?
Well, my name's Michael Ardner. I have a bunch of things that I do, which is problematic, and that's why I'm here asking for coaching. I have a Amazon website, Amazon store for a little passive income. I have a construction company. I'm buying land and building houses, and I'm selling uh, courses for my mentor. So right now I'm at one of my clients' houses, and we're actually ripping out the bathroom and redoing the bathroom. The reason why I'm seeking coaching is just because, well, A, you're the man, but B, more importantly, is I think that a lot of people suffer from this. It's like, okay, I want to put my big boy pants on and strap on my belt and take the leap into not having to deal with, clients and just basically focus on doing my own stuff. But the clients are paying the bills, and so I run into a problem. It's like, okay, so I need to keep money coming in. The Amazon store's bringing in a little bit of money, but it's not, I'm not crushing it. And so I find myself having to deal with tenants or with clients and kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, whole house remodels, and it just becomes frustrating because I'm my own, I can only do as good as I can do, so I'm limited on that. Whereas if I was actually buying land and building houses full time like I'd like to, that would be I could then just get the different builders to actually do the building, and then I would just make sure that the funding is there and make sure that the land is there, et cetera, so forth. So it's it's kind of bridging the gap. A few $100,000 to really get this thing kicked off, but you also need to keep the bills going as well. So
Right.
I'd love to say about that and give me some good advice.
One of the problems all entrepreneurs have, I've had it many times, as every entrepreneur on the planet has, there's two bellwethers that are really horrible to gauge your business by. One of them is your clients, and the other one is money. There's so many times that we are involved in projects we don't want to be involved in, but hey, the money's good. And you end up having a toxic relationship with yourself, or you end up working with clients that you don't really want to work with, but hey, the money's good. And you just kind of pacify yourself off like that. So you end up reacting to the checkbook. I've done it. So many other entrepreneurs, when you're making lots of money, you get lazy. When you don't have a lot of money, you start taking on deals and working with clients who you really shouldn't, but you have to because, hey, the money needs to come in. So it's a horrible bellwether to actually respond to. Recognizing it as you do, the first thing I want you to do, and I want you to take a little note out of Joe Polish's book. I want you to look through your businesses, and this is really, really simple. I want you to get a pad and quite simply just write down your business, okay? The name of your business. I'm not looking for Excel spreadsheets. Keep this primitive. You can do this test on the back of a bar mat, okay? So just write down what the business is and then look to see, first of all, put an L next to it if it's lucrative. Okay, so just put an L. So you'll be amazed at how many times you put down a business that's not actually making money and you can't put the L there. A simple thing like you can't put an L next to your business. That's the first thing that says you shouldn't have the business. So can you stick an L next to every single one of your businesses? Is it lucrative? Does it make money? Is it making more money than it's costing you? Okay. The next thing I want you to do, and I'm doing this in a strange order, but this all comes from Joe Polish. I want you to look as, can you put an E next to every single one of those businesses? And the E stands for, is it easy? If you've got an Amazon business and you don't have to pay attention to it, and therefore it's easy for you and it's making money, you can do the L, you can do the E, okay? And then the last one, and this is very, very important. Can you F it? Can you put an F at the end of every business? Now, that reads out L-E-F. In Joe's world, he goes ELF, and now he terms it as an ELF business. I go LEF, a left business. I find out, is it lucrative, first of all? Is it easy? And is it fun? Can you F your business? Now, quite often, we lose out on the L and we lose out on the F. So I want you to look through those businesses. And if you're having problems with your clients, like how many people in your team?
I got like 6.
You got 6 people. If handling clients is problematic, but hey, the business is lucrative and actually building something's fun, but hey, I don't like dealing with people. Can you put someone in the middle to handle the client correspondence? Can you bring someone in that's maybe shit at construction, but great at communication?
Sure.
So can you install someone in there to provide you an easy business and a left business, or as Joe says, an elf business? That's the first thing, to look at your businesses. I guarantee you, you're going to look at some of those businesses and you may even have a problem putting an L in there, and you may certainly not be able to F your business. All right. So once that's done, now we're going on to what, sorry?
Yeah. The I got L on all of them. It's the E and the F that are the more complicated.
And that's good. If you can't E and F your business, then if it's not easy, and this is where you actually work on an ROE. I'm using anagrams on everything today. An ROE, and you've heard me speak about this in the speakeasy, is where we talk about not the return on investment. That's an ROI, okay? You've already said it's lucrative, so you know you've got an ROI there. But do you have an ROE? And that's your return on effort and energy, okay? The energy you're putting into something, are you getting it back? It's like when you have a conversation with someone and you like the person, you leave that conversation energized, you know? Sure. Your ROE is good. You know, you're positive, you're pumped, you're good. But how many times do we have those conversations and we're telling the client what needs to be done and they're almost fighting us on it?
All the time.
Yeah, and you're stood there going, no, we shouldn't. We really do need a door on the toilet. And they're like, no, I don't want to. Okay, then, all right, fair. And you end up doing it and you're like, Jesus, that's just sapped my energy. And so the ROE is low. Now, the downside with an ROE is if you are sapped on your energy, it's a cancer. It stays in you. And how many times have you had a bad conversation with someone and then the next person you go to have the conversation with is someone you like, but you treat them almost with discord, with just kind of like, what do you want? It's almost like they're interrupting you. And I remember
like previous one. Yeah.
It's a rollover. I remember having a bad conversation with a client once, and it was a horrible, toxic relationship I was having. But hey, they were making me lots of money. And I hung up on the phone. And as I hung up on the phone, and this was years ago when I had one of those Motorola flip phones, my wife phoned me. And I remember picking up the phone and just going, what is it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Now, the client doesn't love me but pays me. But my wife, strangely, weirdly, loves me. And that's the one I'm giving the bad attitude to. Now, she's a strong, feisty one. And she went, you don't talk to me like that. Call me back when you're ready.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, crap. I had taken all the shit from that client, all the cancerous, toxic, bad energy, and thrown it on someone I loved. So the E is a very, very important one. If you can literally start listing your clients and going, okay, who don't I deal with? Can I install someone in there that all of a sudden makes that business easy because they're doing the communication? Then do the install. If you can't, and here's the tough one, remove it, because there's no way in the world that business can be fun if you're having trouble with clients.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. And see, the problem that I have too also is before COVID, I got rid of all clients. Like 3 years before COVID, I started flipping houses myself. And so I was doing it all myself and didn't have anyone to deal with. So it was just all whatever houses I was just doing them and making money and having fun. And then when COVID hit, I kind of pulled back because I wasn't sure what was happening, and which was kind of stupid looking back. You look back and go, hindsight's 2020.
It happens. If
I'd have put my foot on the gas, I probably could have picked up a bunch of work from people, a bunch of houses that people were nervous to take on, like I was nervous to take them on. And so now after watching my account just dwindle, my savings account dwindle, now it's like, okay, now I got to deal with tenants again or with clients again. And now it's like, okay, now I build houses so that I can get back to the fun, easy, the elf, or the, what you were just saying, the way to go, because that's
the left. Yeah.
Anybody at that.
So you're on that bellwether. You're on that horrible curve that we just explained, where when your money starts going down, you start taking on deals you don't want. Another thing that happens subconsciously is when you know that you've let it go, and the worst two words in the world are coulda, shoulda. Yep. I should have got involved in that. I should have bought Bitcoin when it was, 1 cent, great, but you didn't. Big boy pants, move on. Today's your day. And there's the old saying, when's the best time to plant an oak tree? 100 years ago or today. So now's your time. And the trouble is, because money is going down, and again, I explained this on my bellwether, when money goes down, you take on deals you shouldn't take on. Worse still, you become resentful because you shouldn't be in that position.
Exactly.
You're holding that resentment going, how did I allow, if I had done that back then? Well, you didn't. So move on with that conversation.
Kick myself on a daily basis going, if you just would have done this the right way, you wouldn't be even dealing with this nonsense right now.
I'm wondering how many of the relationships that you're working with now, you're harboring the resentment from that coulda, shoulda conversation.
Oh, I'm sure a lot.
I'm wondering if part of the toxic relationship that you are in is your fault.
I would not be surprised, because I'm sure it's with my attitude, because I'm here walking into the job like, my God, where did I go?
So why don't you post a child that? Why don't you go, hang on a minute, I'm here because I didn't take that opportunity. I didn't do it, but I'm here. The thing about today, and the funny thing about this conversation, is you didn't take those opportunities, but you're still in business. You're still making money. Okay. Yeah. You're bitching that you're not making money the way you want to be making money. Okay. Yeah. But you're still making money. So there's a lot of people out there going, well, I lost my ability to do this and I can't do anything else. I'm a server, I'm a car cleaner, but those aren't our clients.
No.
So I think what you need to do is kind of wake yourself up a little bit. And it's all tough because this is all you. You got to shake yourself up a little bit and go, hey, I'm here because I put myself here. Okay. Now, again, it's all great looking back, but how many of us have heard this kind of, hey, Bitcoin's going to be $200 at $68, which I think was its high. How many people were buying it? How many people were moaning when it was 68 that they didn't buy it when it was 50? How many people bought it when it was 68 and it's now 20? So hindsight should never dictate your future and never dictate your mood. You can control today.
I'm trying to what I'm trying to do, and this has been my mantra, and I don't know if it's the right mantra to have or not, but I'll roll it out to you. I should not let the things that aren't important get in the way of the things that are the most important. And the things that are most important is to get me back to where I'm dictating. I'm not having to deal with clients, and I'm building my own houses and not having to worry about that. I just got a piece of land under contract, so I'm in the process of hammering that out. So that's good, but it's like, so I just try to do that because, you sit here and get tied up with this nonsense that you're dealing with. And it's like the bigger picture is the bigger picture. It needs to stay the bigger picture. Otherwise, you're just going to get in the rat race and continue going down this path.
The reason I know that you're going to be successful is because you're aggravated. People move on aggravation. If I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I did a thing a while ago where I said to people that, I d and I was doing a speaking gig down in San Diego. I said, hey, run out the back door. There's 3 ladies there, and they're holding a suitcase, and in each suitcase is, I forget what I said, $100,000 or $50,000 in each suitcase. Do you know nobody run outside the door? But if I had said one word, fire, everyone would have left that room.
Would have been all gone. Yep.
We move on aggravation and pain. We don't move on promise and potential. So you're aggravated now. You're at a point where you don't like what's happened. You don't like what you missed out on. You don't like where you are because you put yourself there. And that aggravation is going to allow you to actually momentumize yourself out of it. You've already got the land, but you need to Kodak moment these times. You need to literally go, hang on a minute. I'm on that curve because I put myself on that curve. I can't be on that curve again. And the beautiful thing about entrepreneurs, and the bad thing is, we learn when things go wrong. We don't learn when things go right. It's when we get the slap that we go, oh shit, I learned from that. And that's what entrepreneurs do. So you've got your land, but I really want you to Kodak this moment. I want you to be able to look back on it, even tomorrow, and go, yep, not going to be there. Understand that it ain't your client's fault. So scale down on that toxicity that you're giving out, okay? And go, hey, they didn't put me here. I put me here. So let's just get through these transactions. Let's get through these projects. Let's smile with it, smile and dial, and focus on your elf businesses, your easy, lucrative, and fun, which you want to get involved in, which is your property deals.
Exactly. No, I go first. I got 4 jobs and I'm done. After these 4 jobs, I don't care.
I just lost you again. Repeat that moment. Yeah, repeat that again. I lost you.
I said I put a goal together to where I'm doing 4 more jobs and then I'm finished. I'm not doing any more client work, and it doesn't matter. Whatever it takes for me to get this other thing going, then so be it. And that's going to be that. Because I just have a hard time just trying to get everything, all the boxes touched. You know, you run around and try to touch each piece to make sure that you're making progress on everything. But are you making progress? Not really. You know, and especially with this.
And you're not
done after 4 more jobs.
4 more jobs.
Exactly.
That's great. So you've got 4 more jobs you're going to do. You put a line in the sand. Do you have those 4 jobs already in order? Are you working on those 4 jobs, or are you saying that you're accepting another 4 clients? Are you currently in those jobs, or are you open to accepting more jobs?
No. I have this job that I'm at right now. I have a one that I closed out yesterday. I got another one that I'm closing out next week, and then I have 1 more job after that. And that's
good.
And that's
so you've got them all. All right. Okay. So you've got them all in place. So you know the spigot's turned off. You know you're not taking on any more clients. How long do you think the last job? So my question is, when's the end? What month do you think the 4th job would have been completed? A ballpark.
Probably the end of July.
That's soon. That is soon. All right. Okay. Yeah. Then what we want to do is we want to see you basically call it out. We're going to have this up this will probably take about, funny enough, we're in June as we're recording this now. This probably won't see the light of day until getting near the end of July. So when we tag you in this, it's going to be calling you out to see if you're on track to finish in a week or 2 after you see this video.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Yeah. We can do a follow-up call too if you want, and I'll let you know exactly where we're at and get this shit hammered out,
As soon as you see this video come out and we tag you on it, do exactly that. Set up a follow-up and we can see that did you action what you had told yourself you were going to do? What was the change on the toxicity with the clients that you're in because it's your fault, not theirs? And how have you progressed with building up your own version of your elf business as opposed to dealing with clients you don't want to? Let's do that follow-up when you see this video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, perfect. I hope this helps, Michael. Do you think it helps?
Yeah, 100%. I really like the way that you kind of outlined it and put it down straightforward, because at the end of the day, you're 100% correct. We can all find work. It's not a big deal, but are you finding work that you like and that's lucrative and that is easy, that you enjoy, and then to me, that's the key thing. I'm getting too old, man. I'm 51, so I want to
I
harder.
Good for you. Good for you. Start doing stuff you enjoy more rather than the stuff you have to do. Michael, thank you for being part of the Speakeasy and the Sims Distillery family. I look forward to this follow-up to see where you're headed.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate what you do for the family, man. Thank you, sir. You have a
Look
good one.
after yourself. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, this is Steve Sims, and I hope you liked that episode of Being Coached by Steve Sims. Subscribe over here. Watch some other cool videos over here. Or for your chance to be coached by me for the YouTube series, join here at simsdistillery.com.